Hello. Everybody, hello. Welcome to How May We Service You, the podcast all about all of our bar tea and our bar confessionals. My goodness gracious. We have the lovely Miss
Gina Ray. Hey.
That's right. My name is Texas De La Rosa. And today we've got the lovely Scots. There's 2 of them, but there's 17 that work here at Oilcan Harry's.
It's fine. Good morning.
What's your Scott what?
Scott Hill.
Scott Hill. Okay. Scott H.
And I'm Scott Meggie, and if you can't tell, we're twins. We're twins.
They're total twins. They look well.
Okay, well.
No, they're not twins.
From another mother and father and decade.
That's amazing.
Damn.
Y'all are just
Did you
so
just say
cute.
decade?
Decade. He called you old bitch already.
I didn't
she
say
came
anything.
after you already.
Okay, so let me
wow.
cross my legs.
Well, I felt like that made me need a shot after that. He just came for it. Let's
Absolutely.
do a shot.
Let's get a
Guys,
shot.
again, this is Dripping Springs. Oh, is it? It is. It isn't. It isn't. Yours isn't. I know, because you're a pussy. I edit. I'm sorry.
He is a dick.
He's a dick and an asshole. So he doesn't drink what we drink. Ooh, that was delightful. That was
right.
delightful.
So smooth
Okay.
and warm.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Well, made my nipples hard. My goodness. So again, we have the Scots here, and Legina, I just wanted to kind of ask you, how was your weekend?
My weekend was not good. It was Father's Day.
No, I know. We're gonna start off with a little bit of a tearjerker here,
bit.
because Legina, you were kind of going through stuff this last. You were going through some things.
Yeah. So
Sunday.
my dad passed away a little bit over a year ago. Yeah, in April. And so this is like the first like full cycle Father's Day. And like I'm super happy about like all the dads in my world and everything. But I was just kind of like,
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, it was super hard.
I know you're so close to your family like I am, and
Super.
it's ethnic. That's what we do. We're very close to our families. You white people just don't even call your families. I know. I've heard stories.
I texted my dad.
Just kidding, white America.
Text his dad. Are you crazy?
Just kidding, white America. No,
you're
but
not.
yeah, it sucks because we were talking earlier, and I just feel like, man, I would be so lost and not know what the fuck to do.
Yeah, it's fucked up, but I'm glad that I had him for the 32 years that I did.
Yeah.
So we'll go with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, to every other father out there, happy Father's Day if it's belated, obviously, but yeah.
Father figures, uncles, goddads.
Call your parents. Call your parents. Say hi to them.
Even if you don't get along with them.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah. Or just call and hang up on them.
And how about you? What did you do this weekend, Texas?
I worked all weekend. It was crazy. I've worked like 17 days in a row. It's been nuts between the spa and shooting and then here and damn, I'm just fucking everywhere right now. But it's crazy. We had a gear night, which was really nuts. That was a lot of fun.
I saw that on Insta.
Bitch, let me tell you, I was wearing leather, and this daddy next to me. What were you wearing, Scott?
I was just wearing my leather harness and compression underwear.
It was amazing. I pulled his underwear down a few times, and we switched we've kind of flipped the script in our sidebar. Usually it's a sports bar, and we actually turned it into
The Eagle.
The Eagle. If you don't know what the Eagle is, the Eagle in Houston is a leather bar, and we literally turned it into a leather bar. It was crazy. Hey, Natasha.
She's working.
Can she hear me?
No, she can't. So I like how you just said, you were like, oh, I just wore...
Hold on one second.
I just wore my harness and some like compression.
Go wild,
underwear.
and it's fun.
Sorry, everybody. Shooting live, that's what happens. Technical difficulties. Ice was being, I was like, ooh, that ice is just loud as fuck. So I love you, Natasha.
She's like, fuck you.
No, she looked so hot this weekend. So speaking of leather, she looked hot. She was looked like Tom of Finland, right? Fucking sexy.
I love it.
I kind of felt like I was like, am I turning into a lesbian? Because she was fucking hot. If you haven't seen the video, go on my Instagram. So
Scott just got his 2 words in.
I love it. I love Tom of Finland. I love the look.
Oh no, let's hear about you.
Me? Well, I was here for the gear night too. I borrowed a harness,
Oh, you
so I had
were?
this black little leather harness, but I was under the AC the entire time. So
God.
by midnight, my nipples felt like they were gonna pop off my chest or cut somebody if I hugged them too hard.
And
so
I mean, look at her. She's literally like 107 pounds, and she's 6'7". So I mean, she's. I mean, come on. You need to eat more. You need to eat
Y'all,
more.
look
That's
at my
why.
thigh. My thigh will swallow him.
I was hot all night long, bitch. I was like, woo, it's hot in here because
I'm all trying to
not 5% body fat or whatever he is.
You heard me. I was bitching all night long because I was cold.
But we all know that you're a little bitch.
It's true. It's kind of fine.
I like Scott Hill.
I love him.
But
oh my
have
God.
you seen me take shots?
I love this man.
Back.
But he's literally like a how do I put this? A valley girl.
Man baby.
He's a man baby. There we go. That's even better than where I was.
I have other words, but okay.
It's fine.
So we had a gear night. It was good. And so that was my weekend, and just working, kind of doing my thing, and with this lovely group of people. So yeah, we are doing more theme nights, and it's gonna be kind of fun. I'm excited.
All right.
Are you ready?
You're looking in my eyes like.
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's dive in. Let's do our segment, getting to know you. Getting to know you. We want to get to know our bartenders and the people that are here serving us drinks in their compression underwear. Do you notice how I said compression underwear?
What exactly are?
Who says compression? But older people.
It's fine.
What is that?
I don't know. That's what it was.
It's varicose
on the
veins,
tag.
right? They stop from
Can
varicose veins.
somebody text me and tell me what a compression underwear is?
like athletic
Where's
wear?
Athletic
Where's
wear.
Siri? Where's Siri? What did Siri say about this?
Okay. What did they hold you in?
Yeah.
Siri, what's compression underwear?
Why don't you go? I have no idea.
Is there a difference between compression shorts and? Oh.
No, so tight underwear. Got it.
Siri is
Tight.
best workout for gear for men. What? Siri heard gear. They listen, y'all. I
They
swear
listen.
our phones listen. She's gonna send me to some link to some gear shit.
Okay,
It's
so
hearing a
let's get
lot here at the bar. It's hearing a lot of kinky shit. So
a lot of kinky shit.
I know. I love it. I love.
Let's
kink.
get to know y'all bitches.
Yeah. So
what's going on?
So compression gear. Yeah.
Go. Tell us about you.
My name's Scott Hill. I started working at Oilcan Harry's in, 2002.
Ooh.
So I've been here for a bit.
Before I graduated high school.
yeah,
I'm
that's
just throwing
fine.
that in
Great
there.
game.
Just
Love
throwing
it.
it in
before
there.
I graduated,
I was 22.
Shut up, Scott.
Oh, good.
I was 22. I'm an old
could
bitch
have
too. I'm an old bitch too. It's okay, but I just don't look it.
Okay, so 2002.
2002.
Okay.
I took a break for 2.5 years to try nursing, and that was not a good thing.
I remember that. And I was so excited for you because I thought, wow, he's going to do something different. He's going to do this thing, and
look, I'm still here.
no, I love that.
No, you went away.
You know what?
Were doing
no.
your thing.
No. That's okay. That's okay because we sometimes venture off the path and then come back because bartending is, I think, in our blood. It is. So
It's
fun.
addictive.
So nursing, and then what else happened?
Then I ran out of money and realized that that's not what I wanted to do, so I came back, and I am adding more money to my coffers, and the next goal is radiation therapy.
Get out. Okay. So you always have, it seems like you always have like your eye on the prize. You always want to do something else. It seems like a lot of bartenders do that. We have lots of different goals and ambitions. We're not always just bartenders. We sometimes go to school. So it seems like you've done a few things. That's awesome.
I try. And, I mean, as much fun as this place is, sometimes it's just too much fun.
I get it.
You reach a certain age where...
Do you feel like sometimes, is it like when people look at you and they're like, you're 40 and you're still doing this?
Oh, no one thinks I'm 40. Or at least they say that to my face. Who knows what they really think.
They're lying. But anyways, I'm kidding. You're amazing. He's so good. No, but we had this conversation actually last
fun.
night.
Old jokes.
You're not old. You're not old. He's not old,
I don't even
guys.
know why we're doing this to Scott. I
He's
love
gorgeous.
Scott.
He's gorgeous. I want to sit on his face. Anyways, so look at this beautiful beard. This beautiful
is
beard.
amazing.
This thing made him a new man. But I was having this conversation last night with somebody who was talking about bartenders and how sometimes we come back, because I obviously came back after a hiatus for almost 4 years. And you know what? This is a career. This is a job. It's multiple
It's a career,
jobs.
and it's a commitment too.
Yes, absolutely. We are therapists. We are your best friend. We're your family. We are the one picking you up when you're drunk on the side of the street. We're the ones.
Community advocates.
Yes, we're taking care of you when you
have a
get
voice.
sick or something crazy. Yeah, sit down, baby.
I've never been that good at the therapy part because people come to me, with problems, or they'll come up to me crying, and I just don't exactly know how to respond to it all the time. I had this one kid, and this is back when I was working the door. I've been here for a few years, and he came up crying from inside the bar, and just crying, bawling his eyes out. What do you do when you love someone but they don't love you back? And I was just like, I look around.
Move on.
I don't know.
You move on.
Get over it. And I looked at him like, go fuck someone else until you feel better. And he's all, okay.
Oh.
And then I felt bad later because, like, I probably could have come up with something nicer to tell him. But at that point, I'm like, I don't know. I
actually have a story that was pretty intense.
Oh, what is it?
Tell me about it, stud.
A underage kid came up to my bar,
Hey,
asked
Scott,
for...
before you finish your story, can you bring your hand down out of your face? Because I think people want to see them beautiful green,
I didn't understand what that was, but you know what I think?
Like
do you know what I think that was, though, guys? He's so used to this.
Drinking? Or
Turn up.
You're cock. Got it.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I was thinking the
he was
turn
so
up.
used to that he literally, I mean, I'm talking to the microphone like a normal person, and he's like, and I was like, wow, he's used to that.
Thug life. He's like, yo, I got a story.
He's like, yo, I got a story.
Okay, so tell us your story.
I had a underage kid come up to my bar and ask for some juices, and then he looked at me and he said, I got raped last night and I don't know what to do. I think I need to move out of the city. And I just was like...
When did this happen?
This was 10 plus years ago.
Oh, God.
But it was one of those situations where I was like, you need to go talk to someone.
Yes, absolutely.
You don't need to be in a bar right now. But it was... he came to me and told me that.
Wow. Did you know this guy or
Nope.
not at all? Had you ever seen him in the bar before?
Nope. He'd just moved to town.
Fuck. That's some deep shit right there. That's definitely not okay at all.
But it's what we deal with here.
It is. Again, last episode we had Jesse on, and he told us a story about how he saved a guy's life, and that's crazy. We literally do. I think sometimes we are the only people that people can talk to because maybe they're ashamed, maybe they don't want to talk to their family, maybe they don't even talk to their family at all, period, about any of this stuff. And we're the first kind of connect they have.
And just like your therapist, I was telling somebody this the other day, like you pay your therapist, and so you say all kinds of shit. And you're like, bitch, I know you can't say nothing.
Because you got an hour, bitch. You listen to me.
And I almost think like people feel like that about bartenders because we do get tipped and we do enjoy our tips. And the longer that somebody's around you and the more you get to know them, they're tipping you. But it's almost like a payment for this therapy that you give people sometimes, yeah?
It is. It's crazy. Do you know, I heard somewhere a few years ago that, I think it was some state north, was going to actually make it mandatory for hairstylists and, anyone in the aesthetic world to have some sort of psychology degree.
Shit.
Isn't that crazy? But I thought, because who do you talk to? Who do you sit with when you're not with your husband who's beating you or your boyfriend or whatever? You're with your stylist for maybe an hour or two, and that's when you spill the beans, and it's kind of like, wow. Well, same thing with bartending. We have people that come in and we see them more than their families see them probably, and they got shit to say.
And alcohol loosens up people's mouths.
And their assholes.
That too. But yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, people come up and start talking. People just walk up to the bar and just like, I just got divorced today. And you're like,
you want a shot?
What do you want?
Oh my God.
You just kind of point to all the liquor and be like,
want a shot?
I got you.
I'm like, what do you need? Because you need something. Do you know?
Let's do it.
I had a lady at Rain when I was bartending that she went in the back and she came in wearing a wedding dress, and it was written all over, and it was like, fuck you and this and this and that and this crazy shit. And I was like, what the fuck is she wearing? And she goes, I am getting divorced and this is my wedding dress and I hate that motherfucker and I'm gonna burn this in the alley. And I go, please don't. Do you know that bitch burned it in the alley right behind Rain on 4th
good
Street?
for her. It's
she
a
burned her.
release.
She took off her dress and burned it and videoed it. And then she showed me the video and I was like,
Nothing surprises me.
I didn't
more.
understand because I was like, you could have burned down all these buildings, and these are like landmarks in the city. I mean, don't burn down my job, bitch.
What'd you say? Nothing surprises you anymore?
Nope. No.
Oh, okay. Before we get too far along, Scott, how'd you get to Oilcan Harry's?
Oh my God, we did it already. We veered left, y'all. I know that's what happened.
And I'm the one with ADHD.
You know, Legina, thank God
Locked
for you.
in, bitch.
Thank God you're
Right
my
here,
host because
locked in.
I will just go crazy nuts.
Thank
you,
you,
honey.
yes.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Scott.
Who the hell are
So,
you?
Scott Meggie here.
He moved here the same day. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I moved here the same day as Mackie Ray, another bartender. He moved from New Orleans, and I moved from San Antonio. And we showed up here on the same day and ended up working in the same bar. Yeah, and he's awesome. If you've ever been to Oilcan Harry's, you probably know Mackie from Happy Hour.
Bitch, promote yourself.
And-
Now, you started at the door.
Well, yeah, I'm fantastic. I started here also. I started here about 4.5 years ago at the door for a year and a half, bar backing for a year and a half, and I've been bartending for a year and a half now. And I love it. I get to come to work and throw a party every night. And it really helped me make a whole lot of new friends in a city that I was brand new to. I came here only knowing 1 or 2 people. And
What brought you to Austin? Was it just like, was it friends? Family?
I came to
What happened?
Austin because I was in San Antonio almost my entire life.
Oh, that's what it was.
Well,
sorry. We talked about that Corona earlier, bitch.
I love San Antonio.
I don't.
it's great, but no, I moved because my landlords had sold my house and that I lived in for the last 4 years.
And they wanted
So-
sex.
They wanted sex? What?
I'm just kidding. Go
Well, I
ahead.
mean that was already happening, but they sold the
He
house
was
and
fucking the landlord?
Oh, they were hot. And
You
they-
were fucking the landlord? Okay, now
Oh, well,
I
they
don't
were a
care how you
couple.
got here. I want to hear about this story.
they were a couple, and they were friends with all the gay bar owners down in San Antonio. So,
I know them. I know what you're talking about.
yeah, so it was great. So when I first
I
came
don't.
out, and I'd never been to the gay bars, they showed me around and stuff, and
Showed him around.
Yeah.
They were showing you off.
they
That's
were
what they were doing.
They were showing me around.
Look
so,
what we got. We got this guy to stay here tonight.
So yeah, and I was this new little, new to the bar. So that new kid that the
how old? Oh yeah. How old were you?
hello the
It works.
fresh meat. Well, I guess when I first moved in with them, I was 20.
Oh.
So I was
How
all
much
over
was
the
your
place.
rent?
Free.
Back then, it was $400 a month, no bills included, or
400
like solid.
400.
So,
Wait, so all bills included?
yeah, all bills included.
400?
So,
I don't even know when it's all bills included.
All
y'all.
bills
That-
included?
You know he was turning it
Yeah,
up.
so-
He was turning
It's
it
fully
up.
furnished bedroom, but it's our bedroom.
It was great. I had everything, the yard and everything, HOA. It was great.
Oh, my
but,
God.
But yeah, they sold the house because they split. They sold the house. I didn't have a home. I got laid off from 2 jobs.
Aw.
And all my friends ended up moving away. They moved to California or New York and LA and all over the place.
And all you could afford
so
was a Greyhound to Austin.
I fit
Oh, you were like,
everything I
was
could.
it Coyote Ugly? What is that?
I was gonna bust one of you in the head, and it's not gonna be
Who
me.
did that? Who was it? It wasn't Coyote Ugly, was it? When she had a. Oh, that's where she sang. Never mind. I'm sorry.
No, that's with Tyra Banks, right?
I love her.
Scott, you better keep talking.
Okay. Well, yeah. So I was sleeping on people's couches, and I decided, you know what? Screw this. I wanted to go to Austin for years.
Natasha.
I'm leaving.
Come here. Can you do me a favor? Can you do us a favor? Can you get Scott a Corona?
And me an Espelon?
Natasha, I would not do it.
I will
You're the
tip- no,
only
I'm gonna tip
woman
you.
that works
I'm gonna
here,
tip
and
you
you stand
20
your
bucks.
ground, Natasha.
I'm gonna
Say
tip you
no.
20 bucks.
You say no.
Natasha, you
Espelon neat and a Corona.
Espelon.
Bologna neat. Espelon tequila neat.
Espelon. Hey,
Can
hey,
you
make it 2, girl?
Make it 3 Espelons and a
power,
Corona.
girl
I'm gonna tip you
power.
20 bucks. 20
Hey,
bucks.
girl power, girl. You know I'm gonna tip you, girl.
So Natasha's going to be on the show. She will be, but she's one of our barbacks and
Yay.
door people, and she's amazing. So I thank you, Natasha, because I want this.
She
to
looks
keep-
like she doesn't even want to get in front of the camera.
I want to keep this going. I want to get him a little more liquored up, so I can hear more about this story.
if we can ever get him to Austin.
He's not in Austin
Okay,
yet. He's
so are you
in
in
San
Austin
Antonio.
yet?
I'm on my way to Austin. I packed everything I could in this 1999 Toyota Camry, or no, it was a 98 Toyota Camry. Everything I could fit in my car.
That's the ugly
I
body
fit-
style.
I fit in my car and drove up here and moved in with a friend of mine. And I hung out for a couple months, and I got a job at Castro's Warehouse, which is now Sellers.
I know.
And
I remember that.
then when they closed, like 2 months later, I came over to
remember
Oilcans,
that.
and I've been here ever since, and I love it.
Do you still have that Camry? Because
No.
they run for like 300,000 miles. They really do.
No.
You don't?
Yeah, I don't really
Thank
like
God.
to slow
Thank
down
God.
over speed bumps. I kind of ran that one into the ground, but
I did
no.
that with a Cadillac when I was younger. It happens.
I'm mean to my cars.
I am too. Well, so you got here to Austin, and so now you're here at Oilcan Harry's working with all of us, and you're a bartender here. Mm-hmm. And I love you. I feel like he's a baby deer. He's got these like beautiful little eyelashes. He's so cute and so sweet. And you're a big anime fan. Thank you, Raymond. Raymond's a new bartender, everybody.
Raymond.
He's gonna be on
Show
the
us your
episode
butt.
soon too. Yeah, he's gonna be on the episode soon too. Thank you, darling. Natasha, you'll be on too. Oh, you know what? You're a fucking. The camera's right there. She is so good. Thanks, doll. We all got limes. We're good. Thank you. I love you.
Girl power.
$20 coming to it. $20. Okay, I will. I'm a man of my word.
I know you were.
I'm a man of my word. I'm just hope I don't get so drunk I give her a hundo because I have a hundo in the pocket. Anyways,
Hey,
okay.
boo.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That for the hundo or the? No, you can't have that, honey. You can't have that.
Get drunk. Give it to
I
me.
did
No.
earlier. Just air it. Just air.
Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. And this is. We said S1 already. I was going to say Dripping Springs. We lied. Anyways.
This is whatever you want it to be. So you put what you want in this cup, and you pay us, and this will be you.
Sponsored. Oh. Okay. So, bartender. So now we all know we're bartenders now.
Oh yeah, and I'm totally into anime.
I know. We talked about anime. Yes. I first knew that. I didn't even know that until I saw you on Facebook because we weren't actually friends yet. And I was like, I was friending all the people from Oilcans, and I saw you post something about anime, and I was like, I'm a fucking nerd too. And a lot of my fans from Always Open and Rooster Teeth, they are all big nerds,
So
just
you're
like I
anime?
am. I'm in it.
Are you anime?
I'm total anime.
What are you into?
Bondage.
World of Warcraft.
Video games.
I am a.
You play WoW, right?
You play what?
Lord of the Rings online.
Lord of the Rings.
So he's a nerd too. We're all nerds,
No,
bitch.
yeah.
The
Huge
one
nerd.
ring that
I
has
just
the ring.
don't do anime.
Okay, I'll bust me too then. I'm a Comic-Con geek. I go to
Love
Comic-Con.
it.
I'd
my
love to
God.
go.
I do cosplay.
I love it.
Steampunk.
No, see, I know that you do cosplay because
I
we
do
talked about this.
I know a lot.
I want to go.
Absolutely.
Hey
wanna
guys.
go.
Austin just had theirs.
Hey guys, no. Let me tell you, we have an event called RTX coming up, which is July 5th, 6th, and 7th, and this is a shameless plug, yes, but it is like Comic-Con for all of Rooster Teeth. So we have all these amazing events. We have different panels. I'll be on my own.
Here in Austin?
Yep, here in
Okay.
Austin at the Austin Civic Center. I have my own first panel this year. I'm doing a makeup
wanna
panel.
come.
It's called Texas Talk.
Okay.
And I'm doing a panel all about makeup and all how I got into the world of where I'm at now. And I'll be on the Always Open panel. We have a lot of fun events. But guys, it's so cool to see all the people that have all the cosplay costumes, and they come in from all over the world. It's like 80,000+ people show up in Austin, Texas.
I would love to come.
Come.
Okay.
So RTX.
I mean, are you getting me in?
Can you hold my bags for me? And you're my assistant.
Yeah, I will be your bitch.
But I mean, I'm telling you. But hey, guys, we have to go to Comic-Con because I went last year to Comic-Con New York, and I'd never been.
Okay.
Bitch, it was insanity. I went as Batman, and I was like so excited.
Why do we know this? So I went to right when I moved to Houston. I went to Comapalooza. I was all in it, and I didn't dress up this year, but I went to the San Antonio one. I've been to the Austin one. I take my mama. We get serious.
See, when Scott said that, when I saw Scott as anime, I was like, gimme, you're my friend now. We're best friends. So, and I was like, Scott, he's mine now. But no, I just love it because I love getting to know all of us and know what our quirks are and what we like. And we're all kind of nerdy, and I think it's kind of fun because people probably don't know that about you.
Well, I mean, no, I didn't know that about Gina. I didn't know she did that.
Yeah,
And
I don't think anybody really knows.
I would love to go. And hey, if anybody wants to go with me to like a furry convention, I don't have a suit or
I
anything.
will so go.
But
Can I
that
be
sounds
frank?
like an
Okay,
adventure.
stop. What?
Furry. Oh, explain this, Scott.
So
Is that
you know,
like daddies and bears?
No, it's
no.
not.
Okay.
So the furries are the guys that come in like the giant like wolf and dog like an animal costumes into the bar.
I know about
and
those.
it's like a big mascot. And
So you want to fuck a mascot?
no, I don't.
Well, he
But-
fucked his landlords. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but they weren't furries either. No, but no, I just think it'd be like an adventure, you know. I don't know. It's
I'm
just
down with
weird
that.
and it's out there. And
You know what? I have an outfit already for that, but it's Frank from Donnie Darko.
I do have a pair of fox ears and a foxtail at home. So for the
love-
kink
oh my
night,
God, look, my
you'll
little fox
probably see
tattoo.
me in a little furry kink suit.
My fox tattoo. You like foxes. That's so cute. See, I learn more and more every day. This is what this show is doing, guys. We are giving you all the tea and all the, Lord. Now we know what he needs. He needs a landlord, a fox, and a nice car.
Maybe some
Right.
big muscle daddy.
And a muscle daddy
that likes to go to furry
To
conventions.
sit on his face.
And then wrapping all the way back around. Long story short, you got to the bar, you bar back.
Are we still talking about that? I'm
Yes.
bored.
Did
I
you
got
ever
bored.
get to the bartending part? Okay,
I got
yeah.
bored.
Oh, I have a question before we
Okay.
move on to bar EDU. Like, who
Yes.
was your favorite bartender when you were bar back?
When I was bar back,
And why?
And why?
Yes, because a why is a big deal.
I had the most fun bar backing when I was at Score Bar with Scott Hill and a bartender that's no longer here, Tom.
Who taught you the most?
I can believe that. I can definitely believe that. Because
Gina, actually, you probably taught me the most.
Listen,
Joey and Gina probably trained me the most, but I think I learned most from Gina.
She's a good bartender, y'all.
No, she's fantastic.
No, she's great.
And she explains things. She explains why you should do them and the order they should be done. You know,
why that bitch is cut off.
Why
that person's good.
Do it wrong.
All that stuff.
Really, every time I set up the bar now, and all the liquor and all the mats, I know exactly do it, and I hear Gina in my head about this is why you do it in this order. Remember where this goes, and I don't know, just standard bar stuff.
We cut you off, Scott. What do we say?
Yeah.
And then she reads you for filth if you do it wrong.
yes. But the reason is because we are service industry people.
You know,
and when shit isn't set up right, we lose money. Our customers have to wait and everything else. And you know what? No shade and no flipping it around. But
there
Scott
is shade.
Hill is the one. Scott Hill, Tony Harper, Joey,
Steve.
this lady named Brenda, and Steve Higginbotham are the ones that trained me, and they trained me old school. And I was like one of the last bartenders in here trained old school.
Yeah.
And so, and sometimes it wasn't perceived well because like I'm a woman or whatever, and people would be like, she's being a bitch. And then, 5-6 years later, it was like, oh.
Do you know how when you silent burp and it kind of comes up? I think I silent burped and
Did
I'm
you?
sorry. I think I felt
Was
it. I'm
it
like,
uncomfortable?
did you hear it? I'm sorry. I hope no one heard it.
thought I heard
But
something.
I know. I was like, ugh. I'm like, sorry, bitch. That Espolone hit me, girl.
Okay, so bar EDU, since we're talking about proper bar shit.
Yeah, we segued really good into that one.
Segued. Duh, we practiced.
So bar EDU.
Get your paper.
I got my paper. All right, so the funny thing about Bar EDU is this is a segment where we get to talk about what we like, what we don't like, what bartenders get to see, deal with, blah, blah, blah. I want to know, Scott Maggie.
Yes.
What is something that really irks you when you're a bartender and people walk up to you and they do something crazy? Like
when I'm the only bartender working half bar or the entire main bar, and I'm running back and forth trying to get stuff done, taking people's orders.
I know where this is going to go already because I already see his face.
Well, and people end up, snapping their fingers or tapping their credit cards or waving or something. I finally get to them, and I'm like, hey, what can I get y'all? Because they've been waiting for a while because I'm very busy, I've got lots of people. And they say, and they turn around and they say, hey, what do y'all want? And I'm, nope, skip. I'll see y'all in 2-3 more minutes once I get a couple more customers.
Yeah, when you get your order right, bitch, come back. I thought you were going, what's good? What's good? Bud Light's good, bitches. $17.50. Get the fuck out of my bar.
Do you have beer? They ask me if I have beer, and I say Bud Light, Miller Lite, Coors Light, Corona, Dos Equis, Shiner, Blue Moon.
Yes, you better know it, bitch. Yeah.
Like 20 beer and cider.
Don't
and
ask
everything.
a bartender, what beer do you have?
And then Bud Light's the first thing I say.
I do.
20 beers, and then they say, do you have Bud Light? And I'm like,
no, because they always go for the basic. They'll let you go through the whole gamut of the bar, and then you'll go, Budweiser. Well, just ask for
or
a
you
fucking
get through all of it, and then
Budweiser
they
if
ask
that's
for a
what you
vodka
want. You
soda.
fucking rude bitch. Ask for a Budweiser.
So I did like this social experiment because I'm just like in my head all the time. So I used to say, I'd be like, Bud Light, Lime, MGD 64, Stella Artois, Ultra Shiner, Blue Moon, Dos Equis, Newcastle, Amstel Light, and Corona. But
Sounded like Mia.
I would change the first.
MIA.
I would change the first and the last one, and 90% of the time, people would pick the first or the last one I said. And so I would just change it because I'd get bored and I wanted to know if like people were actually listening to the middle.
They don't.
No, and I'd be like, so I usually say Bud Light and Lone Star. And they'd be like, oh, I have a Lone Star. And I'm like, I'd have a Lone Star. And I'd be like, absolutely.
I hate that shit. It pisses me off because people are like, what's good? I'm like, water. It's free. It's over there. Go.
I always say everything. Everything's good.
You're so sweet, though. You're a sweet He's a sweet bartender. I think sometimes I have a little bit more sass than...
A little.
Than most. I mean,
you did go off on somebody...
When?
A couple weeks ago.
He does go off on people, but it's not social
that guy
justices.
When we were working next to each other?
I rue the day. I would love to see that.
No, I told you about
What
it.
happened?
Was I drunk?
It was a Sunday night, and a guy came up with his friend, and they were ordering drinks. And then 3 little Twinkie boys came up to him and started ordering drinks on his tab all night long.
Can you tell us what a twink is?
I was going to ask, but I knew it.
This is for everybody.
Maybe we don't know what a Twinkie is.
Me 6 years ago.
A twink is anyone between the age of, I guess, 18 to 25.
And they're a size 29 or smaller.
Exactly.
What size are you, Scott?
29. We all go, 29. Bitch, I was a 29 when I was 18, and then it was it.
I was at 29 when I was in 3rd grade.
It would take a lot of lube and like a second floor balcony for me to jump off of it to get into those 29s again, ever. Just saying.
Okay, so go ahead. Twinks, bar, go.
So they ordered a round of drinks each and a round of shots each, and I went up to my, I guess, customer, the guy that I knew, and I was like, hey, I just want to let you know your tab is now at $190.
Ouch.
Because you're clearly the only one paying for everything. And he goes, close me out. So I see him turn around and start talking to everyone in his group.
Oh, no.
I'm assuming wanting money. Well, the entire group starts like telling him I'm a shitty bartender, telling him I suck, telling him I'm a thief, close out, blah, 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 all this stuff.
Oh, no.
So the guy closes out and then tips me $0 on a $190 tab.
That's a fucking no-no, guys.
Okay, so one of our biggest fears as bartenders, and y'all just raise your hand when you're feeling me, is when...
My hand's
I already
up.
feel you. I already feel you. Already feel
Thank you for the support. Is when somebody opens a tab for a group, and one, you know you're not going to get the same amount of tip as if everybody does it individually.
Mm-hmm.
And two, when they're like, they want a round of shots and a round of drinks, and then they keep buying. The fear isn't that the card will decline. The fear is like after you go ahead and you buy a round or two of something, and they close out and they look at their tab and it's a lot, and you're thinking, wow, I already took $25 off their tab that I paid for, and
They don't care, or they don't know.
Yeah, or they don't know, and and it's already still too high.
I tell them though. I say, hey, look, when I say it's a friend, I'm like, hey, I say, by the way, I took a little off the top for you. I never say how much because that's rude.
Yeah.
But I'll say, hey, I took something off the top for you because you're my friend. And that's the segue to, hey, also take care of me because I took care of you.
Yeah, but our biggest fear is bartenders is like when somebody does that and they're having their night and they're like, I'll pay or I'll take care of you. You're like, shit.
So my story's not over, by the way.
Go for it, Scott.
I woke up.
I forgot where I was. I'm sorry.
When I woke up the next day, I had a message on Grindr from him.
Saying, know this story. I know this story.
He goes, hey, sexy, what are you up to?
Yes.
And I wrote back, are you fucking kidding me? Don't ever talk to me again, asshole.
The guy that literally stiffed him, hit him up on Grindr, called him a thief, and hit him on Grindr, and was like, you're hot, daddy. That is a motherfucking. I was like, you.
So that's a bar EDU.
No, that's a bar EDU. Don't. But I said, hey, you told him, yeah, daddy, give me your face, give me your picture. I want to see a dick pic. I would have fucking asked for all that stuff and then put that on a fucking website.
Okay, so I'll take my...
I would have started a website for that motherfucker with his ugly ass, because that's
bar
being
EDU,
ugly, not taking care of your bartender.
Yes, so bar EDU, when you're hanging out with bartenders, especially if you're dating them, you are getting their discount. Please tip better than you normally would tip because you're going to embarrass us.
It's embarrassing and rude. It's embarrassing and rude. And look at this beard. He takes a lot of beard oil and gorgeous things.
Go ahead, Silent Scott. Go.
Oh, me.
Yes.
And, I get people that come up to the bar, and they'll ask me every once in a while, people who aren't here often or they don't drink, they ask, how much should I tip? Or I've gotten people out of the country that say, what
50%.
Well, I mean, I wish.
Don't be rude.
But people,
I'm not rude. I'm great.
Well, people come in from out of the country and they say, "What's this gratuity? What's a tip? What do I do?" And I tell them, 20% is standard.
Or $1 a drink.
Yeah, $1 a drink minimum, really.
That's not true.
Unless your bartender spits in your face, and throws the drink at you, $1 per drink or 20%, which is easy. $1 for every $5.
What's that out there? What do y'all say? $1 a drink?
No, the spit in the face.
Oh, spitting in your face and
no, on my back. On my back.
Sometimes you might get extra for that. That depends on the customer. Some customers, they're into it.
So, I think that's horrible. $1 a drink. Poosh.
But $1 for every $5 is great.
I think my time is worth more than that.
So I think
I think our time is worth more than that.
So I think there are shitty bartenders that do not always deserve that.
This is true. This is true.
And so I'm going to be the devil's advocate because we are like, how may we service you type thing, and we're doing bar
That's
EDU.
what we do.
There are some shitty bartenders that could stop and say hello, because that's one thing that I did when I was bartending busy. I would say hi to everybody, and even when it was busy and people were walking through, I'd be like, bitch, you can say hi to me, like wave and keep moving. Like you can always speak to somebody.
Well, here's the thing.
There's time
I think,
of the day
I think
for
a good bartender, again, I ask everyone their name. I say, who are you? Are you from here? What's going on? How have you been in Austin? Blah, blah. I ask lots of questions because I want to know who they are. Because I think that most of our patrons that come in also become our friends. And so when people aren't from the town that we're in, Austin, Texas, I'll be like, oh, you're in Austin. How long have you been here? Let's go. I'll give you my favorite restaurants. I'll give you my favorite places to go. I think that's what a good bartender does. And sometimes I get not being a good bartender, but I'm worth more. And I think that you're worth more. You're worth more. Because we all are good at our job.
So when I first started bartending, this was
back to a story.
Maybe it's just one more.
Okay, no, we're back to.
I love that we keep.
You got to Austin.
I love that we keep fucking him up.
No.
Okay, go.
So this was
Fuck
about
the
a month and
landlords,
a half.
and now he's back.
So when you
This
first
was
started.
a month and a half, 2 months after I started bartending, and Scott came up to me at the bar and said, "You know what?" I'm all, "What?" He's all, "You're not a very good bartender." And I'm just all,
Wait,
oh.
Scott who?
Scott Hill. This one right next to me, my best
And
friend.
they're best friends right now.
Yeah. And he said, "You're not a very good bartender." I'm all, okay. And he's all, "But you know what? You have a great personality, and that's 90% of bartending. So you've got that. And
True.
you'll get and he said you'll get better, at actual bartending." And I was like, okay, I'm going to take that as a compliment. And now that I am a better bartender, I'm not, I'm not going to
Well, and
pretend I'm the
also
best, but-
you specifically picked select people to talk to.
What?
You would pick specific people to talk to and leave the others behind.
Yeah, I'm a lot better at that now.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
it's a craft, and you have to learn it, because I remember one time I was in the weeds, and it was just like I was on my uptick. I was becoming like that bitch here, and everybody was around my bar, and I was
know that
drowning.
bitch.
Right?
I know that bitch.
I was drowning, and Tony Harper, it was a Sunday, and this is after he stopped working Sunday Fun Day. He was sober, and y'all
That's crazy. We had laughs out there in the crowd. Poor Tony, he's getting drugged.
And he almost jumps over the bar and leans over to me, and he's like, bitch, he's like, what did he say? Typewriter. He's like, start from this side and go to that side and keep going in a circle and don't stop and tell people to be still. And he's like, you need to command your bar. And if he wouldn't have done that, I don't think that I would have like reached where I was like as a bartender, because who taught him? You taught him that? Y'all, it's like we're all ancestral related. Really?
Honey, we're all intersexted.
Okay, so
is that a word? I don't know. I made it up. I don't know.
Oh, intrasexted.
Intersexted.
Okay,
because I think
so-
we're all together. We've all been.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
we
everyone
all have
out
each other's
there-
back in some type of way.
We do.
So let's get some questions
Oh
from.
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
I have one before we jump into the Twitter
Yes,
ones.
and we have. Yeah. Let's go with your questions
Okay.
first, because there's some good ones today.
Yes.
We had good. Twitter was good. Instagram was good. We
Instagram
had
was good.
great questions.
So
today.
one of my friends, one of my really close friends, Justin Cantrell, he read he's here.
Who is out in the crowd, and also a great bartender, and
Rain.
my number one hairstylist in Austin,
Yes.
Texas, bitch.
Yes.
We work together. Shameless plug. He works with me all the time.
Published.
I mean, he is a published international bitch.
Yes. So
He's
if
great.
you ever hear me say juicy, that is Justin Cantrell.
He's amazing.
And so he texted me and he asked this question.
Yes.
How many times have you been tipped with a room key?
So who's here been tipped by a room key? Let's just put our hands up.
I have.
I wish.
You haven't?
I
No.
don't think I have.
What? Okay.
You haven't either? Are we the only two?
Hold on. Which one is this for the W or the
Bitch, a room
Honey,
key.
if it was not for the
mean-
W, I would have thrown it back at him.
Okay. Well,
Or the J-Dub.
Is this a Motel 6 or an in-town suites?
They
or...
don't have keys. They just.
I don't know
you
what
just
they
go
have.
in.
I only hook up with guys at the
those
W.
hotels with
I
the
wouldn't
doors.
How
know.
about this?
No.
What is the most money somebody's offered you to take you home?
5,000.
5,000?
Oh,
I think
God.
4.
A guy offered me a Range
Whatever.
Rover.
He's,
I got
trying to,
offered-
he's trying to understate his best friend.
I got offered $4,000 for this guy. He wanted to blow me. But he would come out and he'd get really drunk, and I looked at him like, you know, and he's all, why not? And he's all drunk. It's like, because you're drunk, and I need the money up front, and because I just don't think you're gonna pay me.
Legina?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you first.
Here.
You saw how I tried to defer.
I know, yeah, I know. I said no, Legina.
I think because I'm a straight woman that has worked here, I've never been offered to take home, but I've been offered to be somebody's surrogate, and they offered to.
That was great. Oh my God, tell that story,
they
please.
offered to pay for everything. And this guy walks up, and he's like all in my face, and he's like, "Oh my God, you're perfect. You're perfect."
remember
I'm like,
that.
"Well, thank you." Like, yeah, like, do you want like a vodka
She's
soda?
like, I look good tonight, bitch.
And he's like, hold on,
More than
I'll
a
be
vodka
right.
soda.
Right. My vodka. Dang, boy. Anyway. Damn.
This ain't yours?
Sorry.
You got hot.
And so he was like,
She
hold
finally
on.
noticed.
Right, I know. He was like, hold on, I'll be right back. And I'm like, okay. And he goes and gets his partner, and he comes back, and he's like, she's perfect, isn't she?
Oh,
And
no.
I'm like, okay, yeah, hi.
You're
What
thinking
do
you're
you
gonna get
want?
double teamed.
Like, card.
I
And he
know,
was like
like a
you
DP.
could be our surrogate. And I'm like, huh? And he was like, we pay for everything. And I'm thinking in my head at this time,
That is
I
the
was-
most insane thing I've ever
I
heard
was
in my
making
life.
the money, so I'm like, I mean, if you want to pay for my hospital bills, plus the money I'm going to lose, plus like this body, like, and the baby, and do you want breast milk afterward? Like, I'm thinking all this in my head.
No!
Yep.
That's an upcharge.
You charge for every drop.
I love it.
I was like, upcharge, like breast milk with no alcohol in it, breast milk with no weed in it. Like, what do you want? Like, it was a whole thing, but that was me. How about you, Texas?
How much did they offer you?
I think it was like 100,000 or something.
Oh, that's not enough.
No, not for this
Not
party.
enough.
Like, this is
not
premium.
enough, America.
Good
So-
DNA and everything.
I was working in Houston, and this guy offered me a Range Rover. Oh. Like he had the keys in his hand.
Was he going to do gas for a year at
No,
least?
he said, these
He
are
better have
your-
the title
he goes,
in his
these
hand."
are yours. And exactly, I was like 22, and I was like, bitch, please. He goes, these are yours if you want them. I want you to come home with me.
But it wasn't new.
I didn't even see it because I saw the keys, and I
cares?
was like, you're an idiot. I'm not gonna fucking take your car. You're an asshole. But I was like, oh, that's great, thanks, yeah, whatever. So I was like nice to him, but then I was like, you're an idiot, because who the fuck offers their car?
Someone
So
who
a
has
Range.
many.
So I wasn't offered money. I was offered a Range Rover. But whatever. Maybe I should have taken it.
I'm not going to
For
throw
like a joy-
shade. I was going to talk about Jesse Ojeda and how he gave his keys to somebody one time and his car disappeared. And
Throw it.
then ended up.
Throw
it
the
was,
shade.
It was
Throw the
stolen.
shade.
So I'm not going to.
I remember
Do
the
it.
story.
No, if I was going to, it'd be about the keys, and he gave them, and the car was stolen, and it never got back. And then all of a sudden, it was found in California, like burned and stripped down, and then he got a new car because.
Why haven't I
So
heard
she
of this?
didn't throw the shade at all. She didn't tell the story at all.
Why haven't I heard of this? Why did
This is
tells me
before
these-
you got
Jesse,
here.
Jesse has
I
some
need to
good
know.
stories, that little bitch.
Jesse has some
and he
good
Suddenly,
stories.
he couldn't remember any of them last week, and now he knows.
So, do any of y'all remember
I'm
when
ready.
someone tipped him an HEB buddy buck?
What?
Yeah, this is when I was bar backing. And it was
by the way,
Ashton
hold on, real fast. HEB, if you don't know what that is it's a grocery store line, kind of like your Sprout or
Kroger.
Kroger.
It's the Kroger of,
It's like an
South
Albertsons,
Austin.
type, all that stuff. Like
Tom Thumb,
Randall's, whoever, wherever
And
you
when
are.
you check out, you can ask for an HEB buddy buck, was this little fake cartoon money.
A buddy
and little
buck?
kids take it and they put it in a machine and they can play, a little game. And they can get a little sticker, a little crane
That
machine.
sounds so homely.
Yeah. And I was bar backing, main bar, and I was cleaning up the bar and separating, tip trays for everybody. And I stopped.
Did
and I
he
looked
get
at
tipped in
Jesse.
buddy
it's
bucks?
because he can't see y'all.
Oh, he was blind back then.
y'all.
Yeah.
And
They gave him dollars, but they
hold
were
on.
not dollars.
Before you say, is he here? Is he here? Okay, so there was.
Jesse,
Is he here? Okay, good.
No, he's
okay,
not.
so there was one year that there was counterfeit money going around during South by Southwest, and everybody was checking the money, like the 20s, there were 5s
They
that
had
were
that
counterfeit
pen
going
that,
on.
says if it's real?
No,
No,
if
never
you
had
hold
the
that
pen.
stuff up to the register, you can tell when it's fake.
I'll buy that pen.
And so Jesse was
Office
the only
Depot.
one that took a fake $100 bill. I remember
No.
that. And he had to pay it at the end of the night.
No,
I felt so bad
poor
for him, but I didn't know.
Jesse.
I was like, you stupid.
Him and his little sunflowers.
That's when you go up to another bartender and you're like, hey, can I get some 20s?
Okay, Texas. Twitter questions? Do you have any?
I did it.
Okay.
By the way, I had
Because at this point, I'm nervous because he's going to walk in.
Jesse's going to see it. No, he's not going to see it. He's great.
He's going to see it.
He's going to see it. He's going to see this episode.
I love you, Jesse Ojeda. I love everything
I love you,
about
Jesse.
All right, so I had some really great questions on the Twitter. So this one was really good, and I wanted to go here. All right, okay. So this is from Melissa at weird_MF. Has a customer ever thrown a drink at you? What is the highest number of glasses broken in a night? Oh, she had a few questions, I'm sorry. And what drink do you recommend for someone who's starting drinking? So that's 3 questions, but I'm going to say, has anyone ever thrown a drink at me? No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes?
Our old manager threw a drink at you.
My owner threw a drink at me.
The old owner of the bar threw a drink at me. Absolutely.
Yep. Because I didn't serve him fast enough. I was serving customers instead of him. So he took his martini glass and threw it at me and busted it behind
He
me.
threw it and missed.
No.
So I knew that had happened before with him. So anytime he'd come into the room or come up to my bar, I would leave and walk away. I'd be like, I have to go to the bathroom.
God.
Or I'd walk into the room and he'd be in there and be like, don't need to go to the bathroom. Never mind, I don't need you. Bye.
So what's the record for how many glasses you've broken in a night?
Oh.
I'm going to bust you.
I
have.
So when I left the first time in
This was Scott
2013,
2.0.
we were allowed to drink, and by midnight, I was plastered. The only reason she was working was to take care of me. And at one point in time, I knocked over 20, 30 glasses and just went,
Do you remember?
whatever.
I was like,
no,
Scott,
I don't remember.
I was like, Scott, are you ready? Like, what's going on? And you were like, and you just turn around and you just swipe the glasses. And I was like, okay, you're the only man I'll do this for. I'm gonna pick this shit up and I'm gonna let you keep going. But you literally just the whole row behind station 1, you were just I was like, you're not ready. Got it.
So
No.
I don't know how many I've dropped, but I've dropped. It was I had 2 rows, and I was holding them from leg down and up by the ear. And this girl, and I still have a scar, by the way, from this right here. This woman has a cigarette, and she's like, "Oh my God, my friends, and she hits me with it and puts her whole cigarette out on my hand, and it burnt, and the sparks went flying. And I just dropped everything, and I go, bitch, oh, hell no. So I grabbed her and all her friends, and I kicked them out. I was so mad that she burned me, and I still have a scar, y'all. I do. But I don't know how many glasses it was.
You were known for breaking stuff.
Oh, we used to.
I didn't break it on purpose.
We used to place bets on you.
Yeah, I would break so many glasses when I was bar backing. I was the clumsiest. Oh, and we were really busy one night. This is a few weeks ago.
Baby deer.
Yeah. This is a few weeks ago where I tried to do dishes. The 4th glass I washed in our sinks, I hit it on the edge of the sink and I broke it and glass went everywhere. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. But no, when I was bar backing, I would break dozens.
Everything.
I'm surprised they didn't charge me for boxes of glasses because I would break so many.
Yeah,
he was charged.
You were charged. I mean, I think the most I ever broke was when I was at Patio Bar because everything's higher back there.
Yep.
And it was, I don't know if they still do, but they stack the glass in the middle between the 2 registers.
Yep, they do.
And I'm short, so I'm leaning forward. There's this much room between the service counter and everything. And every time I lean forward, my boobs would hit one glass and it would just tumble everything over. And after a while, I just knew that every shift, all the pint glasses would be broken. So it's not my fault. Tits, women's equality, height. I don't know, whatever.
There's something in there.
Something.
But when I first started bar backing, it was the week of the Gay Softball World Series. So we were packed for a whole week. All these big, beefy, daddy. Oh my God, I was in heaven.
He's getting wet.
But
He's getting wet. I can feel it from over here.
I'm getting wet.
Soaked.
Those men were fine.
Oh my gosh. But we were so packed and I was running everywhere with all the dishes, and I would get so overwhelmed. And this is me new bar backing. I should have done this, but I'd pick up all these glasses and I'd just say fuck it, and I'd have probably 12, 15, 16 glasses in my hand. I'd just throw them in the trash can and be like, I got to get back to my bar. Joey's gonna yell at me.
That is so horrible.
Tell people
what?
that. Are you serious?
God.
I'm not a bar back anymore, but I'd be like, nope, I don't have time. I don't have time. There's a mountain of glass that's already there.
That's
I don't
a
have
secret.
And he still works here, y'all. He still works here.
Okay, it was
This
3
was
years
all
ago.
under. No, this is where I get serious. Like this is all under old ownership. Now we are a whole new bar under new ownership.
Yes.
I'm like,
we
wow.
follow all rules.
I would have literally been like,
I don't
"Bitch,
touch
you're
glasses unless I'm making a drink now. So
Oh my God.
it's probably for the better.
done." Okay, you're
Give us
insane.
another one.
Okay, so last question before we have to close this out because it's
Yeah.
9. How do you? So this, I'm sorry. This is coming from at the real Alora. How do you feel about bartenders hitting on and being hit on by customers? Do you find it immoral or just discouraged, or do you totally think it's passable?
We're human, so it's
That's
not
such
immoral.
a
So
weird
basically, I think this is
question.
saying, do you flirt when you work?
Yes.
Yes.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah.
I flirt when I talk and breathe. Shit.
Do you know that this is a question that was on another podcast that I was on, and a couple of people said, no, I don't need to flirt because I am a good person. I do this, I do that. If I'm a good waiter, I don't have to flirt. I'm sorry, but fuck you. I am literally going to flirt with everything that walks through here. I do.
Sex sells.
Justin, you don't flirt?
You are
at
a
all?
damn lie. My friend just said he does not flirt. Okay, so when you are.
You.
Oh, well, I don't know because bitching can be flirting too because some people
I
like
flirt
that.
because I'm a natural flirt. But I do flirt, and I I am seeing someone, so it's like I'm not like,
Y'all,
no.
Hold on.
No, we don't have time for this story.
No.
Anyways.
Fuck the Twitter question. Let's
No,
go back.
the Twitter question
Rewind.
is-
So who's everybody dating right
Alora.
now? So who is everybody dating right now? Let's talk about that. That Twitter question. Yes, we flirt.
Yes, we
Go
flirt.
ahead.
Okay, that was instant
Texas,
answer.
who do you
You're
talk
a
right
little
now?
shit.
Who do you talk to?
I'm seeing a guy named Aaron.
Ooh.
Okay, tell us. How old is he?
He knows him. Scott met him.
Is he tall?
cute.
Is he hefty?
He's adorable.
Where your boyfriend at?
He's He's at home right now. Actually, he was just texting. So
Are y'all
Are y'all
boyfriends
still, like,
now?
No, we're not boyfriends. We're just seeing each other.
Y'all realize
everything.
this is gonna clock us.
They
for
are
all
everything
our
but
talking
the
to
name.
people.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like labels.
When's the
Have you
date?
had sex yet?
Yes.
Good answer.
Okay.
Yes, we waited 2 weeks though.
2 weeks.
I know that's a long
I've been
time.
talking to my guy for 2 weeks.
That's like 6 months in gay time.
It's like a year.
That's like 4 years for Legina.
We waited literally 2 weeks, and I was like, if this doesn't happen
stop
now,
clapping. Fuck
if
you.
this doesn't happen now, we're friends because I don't know what to do at this point. Because I'm like,
Yeah, if I'm dating somebody and it doesn't happen pretty quickly, I'm just like,
Yeah.
so I'm bored. Bye.
it's like, can I eat your
Wait.
ass?
I don't
or
know where this
something?
is going.
Can I eat your ass or suck your dick or something?
Well, and if I'm gonna date somebody, it's like I'm picky with the people I date. It's not really
Yeah.
a priority of mine, but if I'm gonna date them, it's like I need to be very
Yeah.
sexually attracted to you. And if
Me
I
too.
am, I'm
Well, see, I
snapping my
was,
fingers.
and I was nervous because I didn't like it didn't happen, and he kept saying, "I want to hold off," and I was like, and I was like, well, if either it works or it doesn't, and by the way, if it didn't, it would be okay, but it did.
Scott Hill, you're
No,
quiet.
Scott Hill was like,
You're quiet. You're not dating anybody?
He was
No.
listening to my crazy. He was listening to my crazy the whole time.
I watch his crazy every weekend.
He watches
It's
my crazy
amazing.
every week.
How are
But-
your apps going? How are app life?
But hold on, we're not done yet because you asked a question, bitch. So he actually kept me online.
Wait, kept you
did.
online?
You kept me on. You kept me on.
Oh, he
Yeah,
was gonna.
'cause I was gonna cut it off.
So the guy that he's talking to made out with someone.
The night
and
we met.
told him about it, and he was like, "Ugh, I don't want to see him anymore." I was like, "Oh, bitch, calm down. It's fine. Y'all aren't together.
We weren't.
Keep talking to him, whatever." And he was like, "Oh, okay."
He literally talked me off the because I was like, I'm done. I don't know. I'm easy to cut you off quickly because I'm bored. But he told me he said stick with it and do whatever. And now we're just kind of watching anime and playing video games together and
That's
having,
so geeky.
and having
I
sex.
love it.
It's so cute. I know.
So geeky. I love it.
I know it's dumb. So, anyways, so Scott, are you single?
Yes.
Ooh, he's single and ready to mingle.
He's single, and he wears y'all when he's ready to talk to people at the bar. At Score Bar on the weekends, he wears the sleeveless shirts, and that's a green light. That means go.
I didn't
Don't
know
wear
that.
shirts.
He's naked nowadays.
If he has a beard, then
Oh,
he's ready.
have we upgraded?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he does keep his app on at the bar. Grindr, Adam for Adam, Scruff.
Can I say one last thing before we go? We have.
Yes.
Oh my God, because I fucked you up the other day, didn't I?
you're gonna
Oh
be
my
terrible.
God! Oh my God, y'all!
This is a
amazing.
horrible,
So
horrible
I'm at the
thing.
bar. It's the end of the night. We're about to close.
looks like a caveman.
And there's this little guy sitting at my bar, and he's looking over at Scott, and he goes, "Hey, is that guy single?" And I go, "Oh my God, he is so single." and he's hung like this. And I go, it's huge. And the guy's eyes, like little anime hearts, like going out of his eyes. He was like, oh my God, he scooted over so quick.
So here's the thing.
What happened?
I didn't know that happened.
He didn't know. So what happened?
So he comes up to me Friday. It's on a Friday, and we exchange numbers. And then on Sunday, he texts me. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm at the bar. I'm about to go home. He's like, how about I come hang out with you? I was like, cool, come over. He's like, well, I'm like 30 minutes away. I was
he
like,
wanted that big D.
well, so I'll keep drinking and wait for you. He gets here. We get into an Uber, and he looks at me. He goes, so your friend tells me you're huge. And I just started laughing.
It's big. It's
I was like, no,
it's like a
I'm
water
not.
weenie, like a what is it? I don't even
Like
like
an
a water
elephant
hose.
trunk?
Crazy. Just going nuts. It's nuts. It's gonna spray everybody. You're all done.
So I just start laughing. And I'm like, I don't. Oh.
Started laughing.
I did.
Like,
it was so funny.
motherfucker.
I was like, do you still want to come over? And he did, and we had I guess I had a great time.
They had a
I'm
really
not
long
sure
time.
if he did, but yeah.
But he did.
Are you top or bottom?
I'll both. For that
but
one, I
Top
was
verse,
top.
bottom verse. Like, which one do you prefer?
Verse means you do both. In case you don't know.
For
people
him,
don't.
For him, I was the top.
Okay.
It has a lot to do with the guy.
But do you think he
Same.
was he? Did he seem disappointed?
I don't.
That it wasn't like
I
four-
was
I
drunk.
Literally,
Well, you
said it was
told
like
me. You
I
said
thought it was
y'all
like a
had
14-inch monster
Yeah.
cock. 14-inch monster cock, like this big. Like it was like
Jesus.
it was saluting things and it was saying hi. It shook your hand.
That thing will hit your diaphragm.
And I know, and I did that, and Scott was like so mad at me. He was like, "Oh my God, you fucking don't ever do that again." But I will do it again, guys. I will. That's what I do. All right, guys. So we're going to end it. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Big cocks and happy days. So there you go. So my name is Texas. This is Legina. We have Scott and Scott, the Scotts of Austin, Texas. God bless America. We have so many Scotts in this damn town that work at this bar, this lovely bar. We will see you next week. We didn't get a chance to talk about Red Hot, but we will next episode. That's coming up very soon. And yeah,
Can I real quick
plug.
Red Hot is Friday, July 19th. You can see all your Oilcan Harry staff and get more information about being a host for Red Hot that is benefiting Project Transition. We've been doing this for over 27 years, and it was started with Steve Higginbotham and some of the guys that originally started this bar. It means a lot to me. You can inbox me if you want more information as well. We have somebody that is doing a match that has already donated $100, and if you mention the How May We Service You podcast and donate money, he will match all money you donate up to $1,000.
Guys, please do this. This is a great cause, and guys, such a great company that we work for that really does a lot of charity events, and this is awesome, guys. So if you have any questions, please Instagram me, find me on Twitter, Facebook, whatever, Texas De La Rosa. We have an event on Facebook. It is the Red Hot event. Please look it up and donate. Do something, help us support our community.
It's a great fundraiser that gives back to the gay community, and we do it every single year. We've been doing it for years. We have an auction. We auction off lots of items. I'm going to be auctioning off my bartending services.
Underwear?
No, I don't wear underwear. But I will be auctioning off my bartending services for a private party. And we collect a whole bunch of items from all over the city and auction them off. And it all goes back to the community.
Yep.
To people that really need it the most.
So again, if you have any questions, please hit us up on all of our social handles. We'll have those in the inbox down there. And thank you guys so much for watching the show. Thank you guys for being out there.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
We love you. Bye.
Bye.